With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Three. Get it. Go.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal.
Off the bootleg. Thurston. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
Okay,
The
ready?
Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Ravens take over.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 receptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
This is Fant on the short completion. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Ready? Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 18, 5 in.
From the gun on 3rd down. Thurston. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right to break to the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Thurston.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18. Seven Pirates.
In motion right goes Higgins.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Thurston working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The second-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's second and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. This will be caught. Oh, my, what a play call there. The double pass works. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 14, Bengals 7. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
You change it. Already. You at? Hey, Ozzie, Ozzie. Sit up. Go.
To throw is Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
Baltimore, first down.
13, 13.
At the 36-yard line.
Sit up.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
Hey, middle. Hey, Alpha, sit up. 180. Sit up. Hey, middle. Hey, report. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Thurston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens. Set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Yo. You.
Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Jackson. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Clark. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
70 Lions. Hurt. Steady.
Back to throw. Thurston. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Clark. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
And now they'll shift things around. On third down. It's Clark, and he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. Set the Ravens. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson now. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Luke for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Bengals 7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him on to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
Oh, look at this play call. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
And that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Thurston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
At the 41-yard line.
Sit out! 180! What is it?
Now it's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Jackson. And Walker has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Hey, report! Report him. What is it? UAX. Yo.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Sit on! Hey, middle. Sit on!
Now Jackson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple. Now a give, right side. Clark shifts by him at the 25. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Cup 19.
They'll look to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Clark. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. In motion, the tight end.
Hurt. Up, check. Check, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, strike. Liking, 18. Movement. Let go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break,
and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Operating from the gun, Thurston. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
13. Yo. 180. 180. Shot. Report. Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going deep for Walker. Touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bengals 7.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. 60 even.
They'll try the left side. Clark. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they'll change things up.
Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pat the 60. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Thurston. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Mike Green now with his second sack here on opening night.
Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Middle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it now, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on. Hey,
Up the middle they go. It's Clark. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Thurston. Quick hitch, complete. It's Higgins. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go. Start.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now 2nd and 3.
Buffalo 18. Tag. Cowboy 80.
And here's a give to Spears. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check out.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Ready, set. Ready. 19, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Baltimore, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
go, set. Cougar 19. Ready? 60 by set up. Come on, set. 60 Eagles, set up. Ready? Go! Here we go. Let's go now. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Come on, set. Let's go now.